What's up, everybody? It's your boy Christian, aka The Kid. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Talking Sports with The Kid. I have another special guest, my boy Joey Wade. He is in the building. He's from my hometown. How you doing, Joey?
Good, man. Love, peace, and hair grease, people. Hope all is well.
Hope all is well, man. Joey's been a good friend of mine for a long time, and I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he wanted to be a visitor on the show, and I'm definitely happy that he's here. He's definitely gonna bring some facts. I hope he can bring his wisdom. He said he's gonna come from my neck this episode, but we're gonna see what it's about. Let's get straight into it. So first things first, how do you like the NBA season so far?
I like it, man. It's cool. I think we're seeing the rise of a lot of young guys. I think the other night, Anthony dropped 42 out there in Minnesota.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards dropped 42 the other night in Minnesota. Y'all gotta forgive me.
He's a killer.
It's been a long day. Yeah, Anthony Edwards. And the crazy thing is, at first I wasn't a fan because I thought he was a little fast tongue. He was
right.
He could talk a little too much for me. But I mean, he's a baller, man. I mean, you can't deny it. LaMelo Ball. I love what he's doing in Charlotte. Right?
It's crazy because you watched the other episodes, but it was like I was telling Jawan that if he kept coming off the bench, he was going to win 6 Man of the Year and Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, without question.
Never been done.
Without question.
And it's just I followed the Facebook thing that they do on him and his family, and watching him grow and excel and just exceed everyone's expectation. I wasn't too keen on his shot, but he definitely is making people step out on him on the 3-point line. I love his game. Anthony Edwards, like you said, he was a little talkative, but the crazy thing about Anthony Edwards is it's not even his favorite sport.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing. He do this for fun.
For fun,
literally does this for fun and balling on people. All right, so I got a few questions for you today.
All right, let's do it.
First off, if you're going to start a team, that's what all these questions are.
Okay, starting a team.
You're starting a team, and you have the pick. Are you going to pick Luka or Anthony Davis? Start a franchise with. And you can give a little snippet about what you like about both. A little snippet.
I love Luka's game. Period. I love his game.
For sure.
He's one of those guys that very Harden-esque. Everybody says that, right? Very Harden-esque, but
I didn't think he was going to be that good until he showed out.
I didn't either, man. And I think what he does for the game is phenomenal, and it kind of disappoints me that Kristaps is playing the way he's playing when he's healthy, and when he's beat up, it's like, oh, so much can be there,
right? If he never got that ACL injury,
don't they got Josh Richardson out there? Come on,
Josh Richardson's out there. Yeah. Ooh, that boy, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway Jr. has been there for so long, and it's like y'all don't realize what y'all got out there, Right. And I think it's either you got to get rid of Kristaps or somebody got to go put a fire in.
I think the thing with Kristaps is, let me cut you off, but I think the thing with Kristaps is that ACL injury, and I feel like he's trying so hard to be the player that he used to be. Yeah. And I think that if he just concentrates on posting, hitting the three, and not necessarily being a decoy, but being a factor in a pick and roll with Luka, no one can stop them in the West. Besides LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
That's it. Because over there in the West, I think he can kill it over there in the West.
Yeah.
And AD can kill it as a center in the West. That's the only two people. And then the duo, I just think they can.
With AD?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. I think, just the other night, they obliterated the Clippers, right? I mean, he had PG on skates at one point.
Touching earth.
Touching earth. Reaching down. Then he gonna pull back, give him a slight glance, and hit the short jumper, man. It was clean. It's textbook when you think about the kind of things that he does. AD, I'm a guy that loves the big man. I love the big man. I'm kind of like with Shaq on that train.
Right.
I love a dominant big man because I think it's a game changer. Mm-hmm. I think, Bron tagging up with AD is kind of realizing that now. And I think with AD, man, there's so much, the big man now, can stretch the floor.
Right.
He can bring you out to the top of the key. And if you feel like, if you want to be like, back in the G, it was like big men. If you had a big guy bring you out to the top of the key or just outside of the paint in general, it was like, all right, shoot that.
Right.
But now it's like if I'm bringing you out here, you're gonna have to defend me, right?
You got to do something.
And
stop me or foul me.
Yeah, it's making a lot of guys kind of dig into their bag or reconsider the kind of athleticism that we thought they had, and it's exposing a lot of guys. And I think AD is all around. But if I got to pick one, man,
I want to say something about that too. A wise man, aka Sam Lawyer, my father, told me the Lakers have always been great when they have a dominant big man.
Yes,
Kareem,
Wilt,
Shaq. Now Pau Gasol.
I'm about to say
Pau Gasol.
Yeah, put some respect on Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
And now Andrew Bynum in a way.
Yeah.
Before the injuries and before everything was clouding on him.
I just think we just hadn't seen how great Andrew Bynum could have been.
Right.
Yeah.
But if he was healthy, as in that's just the life of sports. Yeah. If he was healthy, it'd have been a different game. And then now with AD, it's crazy like how dominant AD is. Like, personally, AD can guard 3 through 5. Yeah. Easily. Yeah. If he wanted to. But obviously, I think the pieces that they have now, I'm getting ahead of myself. But who would you pick? Who would you pick? Luka or AD?
I gotta go AD because I can build from the inside out. I can get a guy like Drew Holiday for cheap. I can get a guy.
Hey, what you're not gonna do is say for cheap and put some respect on Drew Holiday name now. Come on now.
That's not no disrespect. I'm just saying he's one of those guys that you can get at a cheaper deal rather than a superstar guard. What I'm saying is I can get AD can be my superstar and I can surround him with quality players, man. And I mean, even though there's elite, don't get me wrong, there's elite point guards and shooting guards out there, but I think there's a lot of guys that can get the job done. When you got a big like AD, you can find guys that can get the job done. But if you got a guy like Luka, it ain't many bigs that can get the job done. Right. I mean, we can talk like 4 guys off the top of our dome, and then after that, it's like, right? So, I mean, I'm the kind of guy I like to build inside out. I mean, defender, he can shoot the 3. He can post up. He can do whatever.
Well, speaking about big men, this is a big question I got for you. This is a big man question. Yeah. Start the team again. Who you got? Jokic or Joel Embiid? You said if we wait the from the inside out. Embiid has shown us to this day now, this season, that he can kill it, shoot it, drive it, be a defensive factor. Yeah. Every possession, not taking possessions off, because that was his big downfall. Yeah. And he can shoot the 3, get to the line, and also finish. Jokic, the Joker, facilitates, shoots the 3, has the float game, can get to the free throw line, can give you buckets. Anthony Espinal, shout out to him, tweeted at me and told me that Jokic had a 40-point game and no one knew it.
Nobody knew
Nobody talked about it.
Nobody knew it.
And it was like, dang.
Man.
So you let me know. Who you picking, Jokic or Joel Embiid?
This might go non-ball player factor for me. Joel just, I don't know. Joel doesn't do it for me. I feel like it was trust the process, right?
He's too inconsistent for me.
And we were trusting the process. And after a while, it's like
the process ain't but so long.
The crazy thing is Joel has been Joel thus far. And I think, well, let me backtrack. I think with Joel, we knew Joel could be this. Right. It's just a guy like Doc Rivers had to pull this out of Joel.
And I don't understand why the 76ers never did that. Elton Brand, who was their GM or president, wherever it was, he should have pulled that out of him, man.
The crazy thing is, though, like,
if Joel was at the Heat, it would have started a long time ago.
But this is my thing, though. Just the way, to me, the way Joel presents himself, you would think he would have pulled this out of himself
a long time
2 years ago.
Right. Before that injury, when he set up, when he got injured,
we talking.
He came out, he was shooting threes in summer league and everything. Not summer league, but preseason. Yeah. And I was telling people in college, this dude's going to be a problem.
I remember looking at that Toronto series, and I'm like,
what is he doing?
Joel.
Valanciunas is guarding you.
But the crazy thing about that was, I think for the longest, Philly made their organization around Ben Simmons. And Joel was comfortable with being the 2 guy. And I think now that you got Doc Rivers there, who's a solid, solidified basketball
Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer,
who's telling Joel, look, don't look to Ben, you the man. We got a dog in Tobias Harris, right. take over.
Something that some people, let me cut you off, but some things people don't know is Doc Rivers, when they got KG at the Celtics, KG was dominant.
Yeah.
But there was something that he was missing himself.
Yeah.
And Doc Rivers went to him and said, listen, I don't mind you being a dog when you want to be, but when you want to be, but the points that you want to be a dog ain't going to get us no championship.
Yeah.
You got to be a dog. Like they say, 82 games.
Yeah.
Plus some. You can't just pick and choose when you want to be good.
Can't pick and choose.
Because at the end of the night, right? Obviously, Rajon Rondo, we understand he was a facilitator. Paul Pierce, we could say Paul Pierce and I don't know how you feel about Paul Pierce, but Paul Pierce and Ray Allen are shooters, right? They're not going to hit every shot all the time.
Yeah.
But that post presence can be there because
you're
2 feet. You're 2 feet from the rim. Your defensive presence can be there.
Yeah.
You kill this free throw jump shot every time off a pick and roll.
Yeah.
Then they're going to have to step up on you. Then you can blow by.
Yeah.
Don't do this 30 games out of 82.
Yeah.
Do it all 82. And that's something he did with Blake Griffin as well.
Did with Blake.
Killed, hammered Blake to where he told Blake, you're going to have to be a shooter too.
Yeah, but and that's my one knock on Doc. Because, I mean, you look back on that team depth-wise. You know, with cats like Matt Barnes and the greatest six-man ever, Hall of Famer Jamal Crawford.
Oof.
And you look at that Clippers team from top to bottom, and you look at Doc, it's like, y'all ain't got not one of them things. Like,
at least give me a Western Conference.
I mean, give me a Western Conference. Right? It's a lot to consider there, but I think that's the only knock on Doc's resume. But I think I'm picking Jokic simply because I've seen him do that from the jump.
Limited time. And
because the market is small in Denver, because there's Jamal Murray out there, you gotta think about it. Denver disappoints me though. I will say that. They do disappoint me. So look at that roster of Michael Porter Jr. with Gary Harris.
If Michael Porter Jr. never got injured, but they got to steal getting an injured him.
I need Jamal Murray to take that.
Be a guy.
To take that.
You know what I like about Donovan Mitchell?
What's that?
He came in, he didn't care who was there.
Didn't care who was there.
If I ball out more than y'all, I will be the superstar of this team. I do not care.
If Jamal Murray takes that step,
he could be on that level of Donovan.
I think the Nuggets, if Jamal Murray, 1, takes a step, 2, the Nuggets don't screw up the
young guy core.
The core they have there with him, Michael Porter Jr.
We ain't even talk about Bol yet.
Gary Harris.
We ain't even talk about Bol yet.
Bol, man.
We ain't even.
If they can keep that nucleus there, because you got to consider. considering what he's got in LA, right?
Right.
The Clippers proven that they beat the Clippers.
Right.
Right, down 3-1, right? Mm-hmm. You look at what the Lakers got there.
Jamal Murray in the bubble was
crazy. You look at what the Lakers got there, right? They filled a lot of holes that were necessary, even though they won a championship. The Nuggets, in my mind, roster-wise, on paper, you look at that roster, and you like
3 to 5 years, they better be in the finals.
They gotta give me one.
At least two. Years.
If I'm gonna judge them on 5 years, you gotta give me one.
Yep. At least give me one Western Conference Finals. At least get to the Western Conference.
You gotta give me. That roster is so talented. You gotta give me 2 of them things.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Right. You gotta give me 2. You gotta give me 2 Western Conference titles. But I'm taking Jokic, man. Granted, I'm a Heat fan. I'm not a real big Joel guy. I seen him get punked a lot too. And I think I've seen him
get punked by Charles Barkley all the time.
And I think I've seen him get punked a lot because of how loud he is.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, Jokic.
He got a loud bark, but that bite ain't nothing.
Yeah, don't get me twisted. Jokic he's been exposed a few times, but I don't know. I'm taking
a center to get you a triple dub almost every night.
And he's a walking triple dub. Like teams have to address every area of his game.
They have to put their best player on him.
And I'm not saying Joel ain't like that. But when you got Tobias Harris and you got to pick between,
we already know who the best player on Philly is.
You can live.
We already know who the best
player on Philly is. Tobias Harris. I mean,
right?
you watch him ball as Tobias Harris.
Yep.
And I think with Joel, teams can die with Joel beating them.
Right.
But you can't die with Tobias Harris.
No, because as soon as, like I used to say, or one of my good friends, Anthony, used to say, it's like how J.R. Smith, when he's hot, untouchable.
Yeah.
When Tobias Harris is hot,
yeah.
Or if he sees that 3 ain't knocking down, he's like, you know what? Okay, it's time to go to the low post, short corner.
Exactly.
Let me get you there.
I need to reflip that. Teams can live with Joel beating them. You can't live with Tobias Harris.
No, yeah, you can't. No.
I said teams can die, but I mean they could die either way.
They gonna die either way.
But if you gonna live with the fact that you gonna double team Joel and let Tobias do what he do,
right?
All right.
Like I told you.
But if you double up Tobias and you let Joel eat, and they beat you,
okay, cool. But it ain't gonna happen again.
Yeah,
because you know he's inconsistent.
Yeah, we know how to beat him.
Right. All right, so go to the next question.
Yeah.
Hey, no disrespect to Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I love Joel. Love Joel. I think he's the second best.
Be more consistent.
He's the top 3 big in the league.
I'll give him top 5, but it's okay. All right, so I'll give him top 5. All right, so who you got? Start your team.
Okay.
Trae Young or Jamal Murray? Ooh,
I gotta go.
We talked about the consistency now.
We did.
We talked about the consistency. Who gonna put? And you know the thing about you is you think about wins, but I want you to think about wins. So who gonna put people in the seats? Who's your organization gonna want to see, and who you think is gonna take you to a conference finals?
Okay, so I already said my problem with Jamal, right?
Right. So what's your thing with Trae? No defense. Sorry.
0.
Sorry. He's not sorry.
And granted,
but I'm sorry that he's in the position to where all he can do is score.
Yeah, because that's what he has to do. I get
and that's exactly something that he has to do, and it's killer for me because I like to score the ball, but at some point in time in my career, I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to play defense.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line.
Yeah,
and it's like in the league, it's different because you could have your starting 5, right? But people don't understand. People be like, oh, he sucks or this and that. People in the NBA, they ain't soft.
They're not.
Any one of them can give you 20 if they really if they needed to.
Yeah.
If the ball was in their hands majority of the time, as the Stars will. Same thing with a boy named Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
They're talking about him saying he can't score in that. My boy killing it. But anyway, I'm not gonna get off topic. We'll talk about him. We'll talk about him in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But so who you got? Trae Young or Jamal Murray?
The thing that knocks me with Trae Young, so like, you know, you got a lot of cats that model their game after a lot of guys, right?
Right.
And I think, you know, the biggest knock on Kobe, and the reason why a lot of people overlook Kobe over his career, and let's keep it a buck. Like, people really overlook Kobe, right. And I think they do it because he modeled his game after Mike, right? And I think the same with Trae and Steph. I think, you know, Trae's been very open about how he loves Steph's game and he's modeling after Steph.
Right.
It's just Steph had pieces, right? And I think
true
Steph's game and the way what they got going on in Golden State allows him to be himself without any kind of
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
And the thing is, also with that, I didn't mean to cut you off again. I'm sorry about that. But the thing is, if Steve Kerr is a player's coach, Steve Nash, player's coach, Doc Rivers, there's nights when Doc Rivers, I've seen their team down by like 20, and he'll get attacked, fighting for his players. You can do, not to say whatever you want, but they give you more leniency to do whatever you want. With the pieces, that's the key word, with the pieces that you have, Trae Young, it's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not going. And Atlanta, nothing against Atlanta Hawks, great organization. It's just not going to happen there.
Yeah.
But I just thought about this. You know who would be great in Atlanta with him?
Who's that?
Tobias Harris. To show him the ropes.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Trae Young, Tobias Harris, and Vucevic from Orlando. That would kill.
So we need to get Aaron Gordon out of Orlando. I've been saying that for the longest too.
He need to go to the Clippers.
We got to get Aaron Gordon.
Go to the Clippers.
Aaron Gordon out of Orlando. Every time I think Orlando, the first person I'm thinking about, Aaron Gordon.
I'm thinking Vucevic because Vucevic is killer.
We need to get him out. Yeah,
get both of them out of there. Yeah, start the whole thing over with.
Just start.
You got Markel.
Just start from
scratch. Get all over it. Markel got injured. Get him out of there.
Just start from scratch. But no, man, I gotta. But you know, all that being said, I gotta take Jamal, man. Okay. I think I can plug Jamal in anywhere he can. You'll feel his presence, and I can push him to a point where, because I think like Jamal, I need him to do a few things. Trae,
he need to do a lot.
He got to do a little bit more. It's not he has to do a lot. He has to just do a little bit more. And I think because of that, I may be asking too much from him. But with Jamal, I know what I'm gonna get, man.
Right, and nothing to take away from Trae Young because Trae Young in college got triple doubles.
Yeah,
did what he had to do. But it's in the league, aka the NBA, because I know people are like, what does that mean? So in the league, it's you either can play defense.
Yeah, man.
You're athletic.
Yeah.
Or you can shoot it. Or you're a great pick and roll player.
Yeah. And especially
he only knocks off one of those things.
And at the positions they play, you know, the 1 and the 2, you know, depending on who's in the rotation.
And the thing
you got to be able to find the open guy.
But the thing is, for me, and this is going to open your mind to it too. He would excel tremendously if he was in the West. because we all know the West plays no defense.
Yeah,
but the East plays defense night in and night out.
They do,
and that's what hurts Trae Young. Yeah. Now if he can go out there and play someone's point guard in the West and be like, okay, their point guard had 20, but Trae Young had 30 or 35. We can live with that.
Yeah.
But you can't do it in the East.
Yeah.
Where Trae had 20, and another teammate, and then the person he's playing, and then in his aspect, the person he's playing has 25.
Yeah.
You can't live like that.
Yeah.
And then you have it's just, if he was in the West, it'd be different because over there, it's shotgun. First 100 wins usually. Yeah. In the East, it's defense has to win you games because that's just what the East has shown.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so so Jamal Murray is your guy. I respect it.
Jamal's my guy.
All right, so I got a few more.
Okay.
The Greek Freak or Damian Lillard.
I don't know what it is to me. It's gonna be a cold take for me. Giannis don't do it for me. I'm sorry, Giannis.
Same.
Giannis doesn't do it for me. Really.
Same.
He doesn't do it for me.
He's a freak now. He's killer.
Yeah.
But it's like I need someone who can. At the end of the game, if I need a game-winning shot, who's going to do it?
Yeah,
Chris Middleton, aka shout out to the Charleston boy. But it's like Giannis doesn't do it, bro. Like I
think the struggle with the NBA too is like, we're quick to say I need a guy who's going to take that game-winning shot, and then in turn say, but it's important that he has the right pieces around him. I just think with Giannis, man, I'm a Heat guy, like I said.
But it's not. But remember
how he showed himself in the past playoffs.
Oh, he had a terrible playoff run.
Was extremely disappointing. And I think
after I think about it,
it's the bubble, and you might put an asterisk by the champion, and I get that. But at the end of the day, man, you're playing basketball, and I think I don't know, man. He just don't do it for me. And like I said, I don't know because I'm a guy that likes to flash. I like I like a killer who's gonna put butts in the seats and make me go ooh every once in a while.
Right.
And I think
but also wins you games.
Yeah, and can win me a game. I really don't care about the bucket.
But Dame Dollar gonna score that thing for you.
But what I know about Dame
Dollar is gonna kill it.
And the thing with Dame is, man, I think the one thing Dame has needed the most in his career is an elite, not even elite, a decent big, a big that's gonna make somebody
Vucevic
double take.
Hey, hold on. If Vucevic gets traded before this NBA trade deadline and he goes to Portland, Christian
said a problem.
Christian said it first.
They could cause some noise, man. Dame needs a quality big. CJ's out there, yeah, I get it, right?
CJ's nice though,
and I think too though they bust that team up. You had Platoon at one point, LaMarcus Aldridge, right?
Yeah, but LaMarcus was kind of but LaMarcus to be that guy, but they saw that they had pieces that they can move. And LaMarcus,
yeah, but my thing too with LaMarcus was like LaMarcus is one of them cats that like. LaMarcus ain't no superstar. Okay?
No, he's a Pau Gasol.
But you get a coach out there to tell LaMarcus who he is and have everybody look at Dame like he's our guy. It's big, and I think coaching plays a huge factor in the league because I heard Isaiah Thomas say this one time about LeBron James. We look at the greats in the league and we can always tie them to a Hall of Fame level coach.
Right.
When we consider LeBron James. What all he's done?
Eric Spoelstra, that's it.
Who's been coaching my dog? Outside of
Eric Spoelstra, that's it.
Outside of my dog, Eric Spoelstra.
Who's their coach now? Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel.
Was he at Memphis?
It's Jason Kidd's team. Frank Vogel.
It's LeBron's team.
Frank Vogel. I mean, come on, like
Tyronn Lue.
Imagine the possibilities if you had a guy like Doc there
or Pop.
Or Tom Thibodeau.
Ooh, you know who I really like? Fizdale. You know who Fizdale is?
Out there in
light skinned brother. He got all the hair. He had Memphis.
No.
But he was on the team. I don't mark my word. I think he was on the team when y'all had Miami.
Listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, with the glasses and I know what you're talking about.
He is a great. Ooh, Mark Johnson.
No.
Mark.
Listen.
You don't think Mark would do great over there?
It's either Doc, Pop, or Tom Thibodeau. Y'all gonna put some respect on Tom Thibodeau now.
I like Tom Thibodeau. Defensive mindset. I love it.
He don't got the Knicks looking like they could. Okay, y'all keep playing with Tom.
Stephen A. said, "I'm a Knicks fan. Am I excited that we got Julius Randle? No. What has Julius Randle done for me lately? No, this was 2 years ago. Clearly, it was different.
But when Tom come to town,
and they're gonna play defense,
and they went back and got D Rose, and everybody was like,
they
okay, y'all play with it. Y'all play with that man.
So you got Dame Dollar.
I'm taking Dame Dollar.
So this is my big one right here.
All right, hit it on. Put it on me.
All right, Brandon Ingram. And let's start talking to the mic a little bit. But Brandon Ingram, or Jaylen Brown. Personally, I'm going Jaylen Brown, just because this is my all-time thought on basketball. It is easy to turn a defensive person to an offensive threat. Than it is for turn an offensive threat person into a defensive person. Just because it's a mindset thing. And I'm not saying Brandon Ingram doesn't play defense, but we don't know him for defense. But Jaylen Brown, I know I can put him on your best player. Your best player ain't about to average what he averaged. I know that, and he gonna guard him for all the minutes that he's in the game. And if he gets the best of him on defense, he gonna kill him on offense. I promise you that. So who you got?
I think we haven't seen the best of Brandon Ingram because I think early on in the career, and this is the problem with the NBA.
He's killing it right now in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think this is the problem with the NBA too, which is why it doesn't get enough traction. Is we expect these young guys to come in here and take on this full responsibility. At 19, sometimes 18 to 20 years old.
Yeah, he was one and done.
And we expect him to be everything at one time.
But that's the difference between him and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was in college for 2 or 3 years.
He was developed a little bit, and then when he came in, he's not even the best player on the squad. So it's like,
who was the best player?
Jason Tatum.
It was Kyrie at the time.
Okay, him and Tatum came at the same time, innit? Or like a year apart.
Yeah.
Regardless, he was never the best player on it.
Right.
He was always either the third or the second.
But now it's an argument that he could be the best.
No, he's not.
It's as in it's close. It's close.
It's not as close as people are talking.
No. But I'm saying now it's like, who's over there in Boston? Tatum and Brown. Now it's like that. Before it wasn't like that.
Because nowadays you got to think about 2 guys at every team.
True.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason why it's like that.
I just like them. I think they complement each other really well.
I like Brown, but Tatum, to me, is Tatum Brown. I'm sorry, that's a whole head.
To me, that's a whole Jason head. Tatum, Brown is right there. Brown is more of a defensive person. He's just a defensive person. I like that. I can choose that as in if he a defensive person and he developed his offensive game as he has. It's kind of like Kawhi Leonard. No one knew who he was. They brought him in for defense. Number man, an offensive threat. That's how it is. And I think that me personally, I'm picking Jaylen.
Okay, but
I'm picking Jaylen Brown.
But Kawhi get way too much love than he get anyway. So
you're right.
If Kawhi is his ceiling to the roof,
he's not.
Okay. He better not be. I mean, Tatum's ceiling is. Anyway.
But who you got, Ingram or Jaylen Brown?
I'm going Ingram, man, because I think with Ingram, like I was saying earlier, we've asked so much of Ingram. When he was in LA, we asked him to be a support guy. They asked him
to be the next KD the rip.
Off the rip. We saw his body style. We saw what LA needed before Brown got there.
We saw him at Duke balling.
And it's like, we need you to be this, man, to bring LA back to his glory days, back to where it's supposed to be. Then LeBron comes there. It's like, we need you to help LeBron. He goes out to New Orleans, and it's like, we need you to be the guy before Zion gets there. Then when Zion gets there, it's like, we need you to be that bucket, that walking bucket,
right,
for Zion to develop. If you ask Ingram to just be him,
that's what he's doing in New Orleans right now.
Yeah, and it's scary hours is what it is.
Yeah,
it's scary hours because I think Ingram is getting to that point where he gonna shoot it on whoever, whenever, however he want, and it's gonna fall.
He would get more recognition if the NBA geographics wasn't so stupid. If New Orleans was actually in the East, which it should be in the East instead of being in the West, it'd be a lot better for him. But I respect the answer of Ingram. I'm personally going to go with Jaylen Brown. That's just me. The Damian Lillard Greek, I'm going to go... personally, I'm going to go with Dame Dollar. The Jokic thing, I'm going to go with Jokic. Trae Young, I'm going to go with Jamal Murray, the Luka or AD. I'm personally going to go with Luka, just from what I've seen. But this next one, you about to wild out on.
Okay.
D Wade. Or who?
To Tracy.
D Wade or Tracy McGrady.
I'm sorry.
Last second shot.
I'm sorry about saying this. Okay.
Listen now, I know you see that time. I want to try to keep it under 35. It's 29. So keep it. Come on now.
I'm gonna keep it clean.
Okay, keep it clean.
I'm gonna keep it clean.
All right, and this is his personal opinion.
My personal opinion, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
No disrespect to either player. First off,
AKA he beat Tracy.
No, either player. Not great. Like I said, I'm a Heat guy. My last name is Wade.
Ooh.
So
my last name lawyer is not McGrady.
It's a no-brainer for me. I'm picking Dwayne. Not saying T-Mac isn't all that. But I seen my dog. You said game-winning shot?
Right.
I seen my dog in the last year of his career hit Shree in a matter of a month and a half.
Okay.
Something has to be said. Like you said, it's the waxing and waning of the game when it comes to injuries. It kind of comes with it.
Yeah.
My boy has been injured in the latter end of his career.
Still doing it.
Still made a hell of a career.
Right.
T-Mac got hurt right at the peak. Kind of came back a little healthy. Kind of fell back off. I got to take that into account.
Okay.
My dog got Shriam. He's second all time.
Disclaimer.
As a guard.
Disclaimer. My boy Chase McGrady would have had a ring if it wasn't for them boys down there in Miami.
My boy. It wasn't for
Chase
my boy.
McGrady would have had one if it wasn't for them boys down there in Miami.
And on them boys. If it wasn't for my boy down in Miami, he would have had one.
Listen.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. My dog got Shriam.
Yeah.
The greatest stranger.
I give you that. I'm gonna respect that. I'm gonna respect it. You know how we are off camera, how we are with it.
Go into his philosophy. He gonna D you down.
Right. Okay.
The shot you make.
How tall is Dwayne?
It's gonna have to fall.
6'4"?
6'4", 6'5".
6'4", 6'5"?
He gonna have to.
Tracy 6'8", 6'9", 6'8", 6'9".
Let me repeat what I said. My boy is second all time in steals as far as guards go.
We ain't gonna get too deep in this, Joseph. We ain't gonna get too deep in this.
Yeah, but you brought that up. You can't say that and then pull that up like that's going like.
Personally, we all know. All my deep friends know. When it comes to favorite players, I know Joey is a D-Wade fan. That's who he is, through and through. And then it's LeBron next, or who is it next?
No, I gotta think on that. But
okay.
Dwayne is my guy.
So for me, middle school, high school, I was telling them, or I guess more middle school for me, because that's when Tracy started going.
Yeah.
Injuries and stuff. They knew Tracy McGrady was my guy, and then my next player, Kevin Durant, who's my favorite player now, they kind of play the same way as offensive threats. Like they're gonna get you a smooth 30, and you look at the papers and be like, "Dang, he had 35 points, man! Oh, how many shots? 14." And he was what?
Yeah.
What? But that's just who we are, and we always joke and laugh, and we get into the heated debates. Me, him, and Anthony, and Juwan, also a D-Wade fan.
Yeah, D-Wade. Wade County.
And I'm the only one holding down for Tracy McGrady, and I respect D-Wade Wade. I always tell people before that documentary came out for him, I did not respect Dwayne just because I just didn't like him, and there was no reason for me not to like him. It was just. He was that, I don't know, for some reason, I just didn't like him. I was a Tracy McGrady fan. When you pick a player, it's like, that's your player. And so I saw that documentary, I was like, okay, he has changed the game. Okay. He is putting work. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying?
You got Shriam.
Okay. You better stop that. Stop it. We understand he got 3. I get it. But I can respectfully shake your hand and say, D-Wade's your guy. Tracy's my guy. We know.
Yeah.
But we're going to go to the next question.
Yeah, let's do it.
This made me laugh because I looked it up.
Okay.
Can Joel Embiid, right now, the player that we've seen him be right now, can he guard Shaquille O'Neal?
In his prime?
Yep.
No? Who was guarding Shaq? I think a better question is, can Shaq guard Joel? Let's not be mistaken, ladies and gentlemen. Shaq is, a lot of people say he's the greatest force to play that 5 spot.
2 minutes.
Let's look at Shaq defensively across his career.
But the thing is, I think with Shaq, man, Shaq was gonna live or die with Joel shooting at 3 all night. He was gonna live with that.
Yeah,
I think he was gonna live with it.
And I think because of that, it is a problem.
Yeah,
it's a problem for Joel. Because, I mean, it's all fun and games. You got to think about it. Shaq's from that era. I think the era that, as we were young boys, right? There was still a little bit of that. You needed a team to win.
Yes.
You needed Big Shot Bob to hit the game winner for the Lakers to go. For the Lakers to go street.
Robert Horry.
Big Shot Bob. Put some respect on him.
And Robert Horry.
That's Robert Horry.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, sorry. Big Shot Bob. I never heard nobody.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I never heard nobody call him Big Shot Bob.
Wow. Next question.
Big Shot Bob.
Next question.
I'm gonna look that up after this over.
Please
Big
do.
Shot Bob.
Please do.
That's right. But why you said put some respect on his name? If I said
Please
Robert
do.
Horry. That's his name. That's his mama. His mama gets that name, Robert Horry.
Please do. Point is, I'm taking Shaq. I don't even got nothing else to say on that. Go ahead. What's
Same thing with Ron Artest hit that big shot for Kobe to win one.
No, don't try to ease that back and kind of connect that. Bro.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know Robert Horry's name was Big Shot Bob. I want people to comment in the comment section. Let me know if you knew Robert Horry's name was Big Shot Bob. Let me know.
You know why they call him Big Shot Bob?
Why?
Look it up. I don't even got time.
I'm gonna look it up when the thing over.
You're trying to keep me in the time.
I got you. All right. So who's coming out of the East? Who's coming out of the West? Who you got winning?
Coming out the East. I'm keeping the buck with y'all.
Okay. Let it be quick. One team. Who's winning it all?
Miami coming out the East.
Miami's coming out the East. So they're beating. So no.
Miami coming out the East.
So they're beating. They don't even, I guess in the real world they don't really even have to beat the Nets.
They don't.
In a perfect world, they don't have to beat the Nets.
They don't.
But my thing is, okay, you know what? No.
Who's
in the West? Who's coming out the West?
I'm saying that because I'm a fan and I can talk it how, walk it.
Who's coming out the West? Who's coming out the West?
Coming out the West?
Yep. Taking the fact all the injuries and stuff like that. Who's coming out of the West?
Taking the fact and injuries?
Yep.
The length of the season we got left?
Yep.
Who is who?
Yep.
And who ain't?
Yep.
I gotta go LA, man. And by LA, y'all know who I mean.
You mean the Clippers? All jokes.
It's gonna get real spicy later though, because I like what the Nuggets are doing. I like what Utah is doing. Utah look real good, right? Everybody's like, "Yo, Donovan Mitchell, playoff time."
Yep.
I need to see it.
What we say about Montrezl Harrell?
Montrezl Harrell walk across the street.
I ain't never seen somebody stay on one side where your bench is a home bench, and then you trade teams, but you still on that same side.
Still home.
Still home. And another jersey.
Didn't even have to move. Shout out to Montrezl Harrell. That's smart money.
Yeah.
That's smart money.
Move, I ain't gonna do nothing.
That's smart money. That's smart money. I think we see. Now, granted, in all actuality, do I think Miami comes out? There's a chance, and I'm a fight on that chance. But I do believe in King James and AD.
Okay. Let me ask you just one last question. One last question. And you got to pick this question quick. Answer quick. Mm-hmm. 7-game series.
7-game series.
Nets. Lakers. Who winning?
Lakers.
How many games?
6.
You heard, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. I'm not even gonna let him talk about it. It's gonna be over. I'm not gonna let him talk about it. That's his answer. I'm going with the Nets. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Give a hand clap for my boy Joey for being here today. I appreciate it. He's gonna definitely be in some more episodes later down the line. I appreciate him. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this week's episode of Talking Sports with the Kid. It's your boy Christian, aka the Kid. Stay blessed, stay humble, and we out.